Well, hi everybody, this is your President's Team member Kristie Walsh coming to you from the Gold Coast, and it is just leading up to the Easter weekend, and we wanted to do a special message today, particularly for the new distributors who have become part of our incredible team in the last month or so. We are already in March 2008. I can't believe that we are nearly at the end of the first quarter of this year, and what a fantastic start that our team has had, Herbalife Australasia has had, and in fact Herbalife International has had so far this year. And so we're very, very proud of the job that everybody did in 2007, but really what this is about is looking forward to 2008 and how you can capitalise on what has already been planned, what has already been thought out for 2008. You're probably already starting to get a little bit of an idea of the faster you go through the marketing plan or grow through the marketing plan, the more income that means for you and your family, and the closer you get to financial security. So let's talk about a couple of things here. This month, I'm actually celebrating 16 years as a Herbalife supervisor. So 16 years of helping people with the products, of helping people change their life financially, and I couldn't be prouder to have been associated with the company for 16 years. But let me take you back a little bit. My life wasn't always like it is today, that's for sure. I wasn't always the confident person that I am today. In fact, I was 22 when I became a Herbalife distributor, just like you guys have done in the last little while, just 22. And my only experience had been as a secretary, working as a secretary, working in administration, in accounts payable and receivable. And I think prior to Herbalife, the most I'd ever earned per year, I think, was $19,000 or $19,500 for the year, working for a real estate company in Brisbane. And when I moved to the Gold Coast, even though I had a lot of experience of doing the same sort of work, I actually had to take a pay cut. And so my salary with the first job I was able to get eventually on the Gold Coast was $18,000 for the year. So Herbalife for me in those early days was a part-time opportunity, a chance for me to make a supplemental income without going out at night and working behind a bar or cleaning people's houses. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. I was already working 45, 50 hours a week for my boss, and I really didn't feel like putting in any more time with another boss. So again, my Herbalife career began with a need, not a want, but an absolute need to make an extra $500 a month, because that's what I was going behind every month, was about $500. That was the shortfall. So I got started just like all of you guys did. I was so excited the day that I signed my distributorship application form. I really had no idea what it meant or what was ahead of me, but I kind of had that feeling in my gut that it was going to be or could be the start of something big, and boy, did that come true. So I got started just like everybody else. I'd actually been using the products for a little while first. I lost 11 kilos in 10 weeks. I cleared up years and years of hay fever and sinus problems, which was fantastic. And I found it quite easy to talk to people about the products when I got started, because I'd had results. I was feeling fantastic. But the other thing was this, and I suggest that you all do this. As part of becoming an effective distributor, you need to know what our products can do. That's the most important part, is knowing what our products can do. So I learned about the testimonials. I didn't learn about ingredients or formulations. I learned as many testimonials as I could, and I went out there, I made a list, and I started talking. And for me to get my first 9 customers, I spoke to 32 people to get 9. So 23 people said no, and I didn't die. It wasn't the end of my career. It wasn't easy to handle, I've got to say, but nevertheless, 9 customers and nearly $1,000 profit in a 10-day period. That gave me the confidence that I could do this, and I became a supervisor in my first month of getting started. And the reason I became a supervisor was, number one, because of the marketing plan. 50% certainly beats the heck out of 25% when you're retailing the products. The other thing for me was, and I guess the timing of it, was there was a supervisor workshop coming up in Brisbane that I wanted to get to, and I was told by my sponsor that if I got qualified as a supervisor and got along to this workshop, that I would hear things I'd never heard before, that I would see things I'd never seen before, and I would feel things that I'd never felt before. And nobody else had promised me that, you know, in a working environment before. So I got to supervisor. I actually did it with 2 other girls. So talk to your mentor about how to use the team method to become a supervisor. I got to that workshop. I took a day off school, I was going to say, off work to get to the workshop. And guys, it was fantastic. What I heard that day and what my 2 supervisors also heard with me that day changed my life. It absolutely changed my life. At the end of my first month, I'd made $1,100. So I became a supervisor the very next month, $1,100 profit. Within 90 days, my royalty check was $1,485. That was more than my boss was paying me working 50 hours a week. And that was earned from my little itty-bitty part-time Herbalife business. So I was excited. I just kept talking about the products, retailing the products, recruiting, you know, when I could. That was something that I got to really, really enjoy. I love recruiting today and showing the opportunity to other people. And I was able to leave my full-time job within 6 months of becoming a Herbalife supervisor. Now, for you people who are just getting started today, why should you become a Herbalife supervisor right now? You need to get a hold of a flyer here from your sponsor going through the Herbalife Supervisor Academy. Here on the Gold Coast in May, from the 16th to the 18th of May, or the 17th to the 18th of May, we have the Herbalife Supervisor Academy. So what you need to do is get yourself to supervisor this month. Okay, the month of March, get to supervisor this month and work next month with your mentor to help upgrade somebody else to supervisor, complete 5,000 volume points in April, and you can come along to this Supervisor Academy in May. So everybody will be together here at the Gold Coast. What you're going to hear at that Supervisor Academy is a plan for the rest of the year. You know, we have extravaganzas coming up. We have all sorts of things coming up, you know, that will push you forward, will push you up, or pull you up the marketing plan if you learn how to take advantage of them. Because it all starts with the Supervisor Academy on the Gold Coast. That's in the near future. This year, 2008, Herbalife has been unbelievably generous in a promotion that a lot of you probably already know about, but I just want to touch on it. The Australia and New Zealand exclusive getaway. You know, this getaway will be fantastic. This will be a cruise for those of you who are just doing what you need to be doing. Okay, helping people with the products, retailing at every opportune moment, bringing new distributors into your team. By just doing the basics, you can be on a cruise with all of the other distributors who've done the basics this time next year or roundabout. For some of you, or most of you, all you're going to have to do is average around about 3,000 volume points a month for this year, and you can be on that cruise. You know, it was 1994 that Rob and I went on our first cruise with Herbalife, our first vacation. We had to do triple that for the vacation. We had to do 100,000 volume points to have our first Herbalife vacation. For about 30-odd thousand, for most of you, you can be vacationing with the Australians, the New Zealanders. Who knows where we're going, but you know what, frankly I don't care. As long as we're all together and there's a bit of sunshine and some blue water, I know that we'll have a fabulous time. So getting to supervisor this month means you can start your qualification for the vacation next month. So you have to be a supervisor first, and why wouldn't you want to with purely the marketing plan itself? But getting to supervisor in March means, again, you can come to the Supervisor Academy in Australia and also New Zealand. Sorry Kiwis, you guys in the first weekend of May in Auckland, the same qualifications apply. You can get along to that event, learn how to take advantage of the events for the rest of the year, learn how to, you know, produce enough volume to qualify for the exclusive getaway. And this year, 2008, is going to be one of those years that you look back on and say, well, you know, I don't know what happened, the stars were aligned or whatever it was. Everything came together at the right time to set up your future. And guys, just to close out the message here from Rob and I, you know, we really want to extend an extremely warm welcome to you. Welcome to our team. You know, welcome to Herbalife, and welcome to your future. It's great.